Drew, you killed this shit.
What it do, what? It's your boy Hollywood Mike T, aka Multi Man T. My new name, Hollywood Multi Man T, and I'm here and in the four corners of wrestling. Another episode, man. Foes up, quads down. Hey, you already know, man. I'm here with my man from Brooklyn, King Mizell. What's up, man?
What's going on, Mike T? Happy to be here. You already know.
Yeah,
Quads up,
man.
quads down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, last night, well, the other night, we got to record, well, we got to go live with the Old Man of Wrestling podcast. I'm sorry, um, the WrestleManiacs. Shouts out to my guy Nubian Sumo. Shouts out to my guy KG. Shouts out to my guy Don Rodriguez. They couldn't be here today. They were supposed to return the favor tonight. I hope it's not one of those situations where they ran off on the plug twice. They used us. Um, I'm gonna go check their numbers. Matter of fact, once I get off here to go see, like, cause when we come around, you see the four is just shining and glistening, like I'm in the Cash Money. Ooh we, hey yes sir, hey we here for another week of wrestling. Hey, before I get to that though, King Mel, how'd you have? I mean, how'd you like it kicking it with those guys?
Them guys made me feel young. I'll tell you that. And I was already young. But nah, it was actually, all jokes aside, it was pretty cool just to like understand their perspective on things. I know we been going back and forth with them, and they was good enough to have us on this show. It might be going off the deep rails sometimes, but hey, I can't get mad at them. That's their age.
I ain't gonna hold you. We can never say anything about Jay Will again. KG is is Jay Will from that show. So we can't never say nothing about Jay Will no more on our show because he's on that show. He was saying some wild stuff, which was dope. I mean, like you said, it was good to hear other people's perspective on wrestling because there's no right or wrong, except the four corner way. That's the right way. But there's no wrong. Everybody can have an opinion. And this show right here is for the fans. See, we don't read the dirt sheets. You know why? Because they're dirty. And they call the dirt sheet. So why would we want to read something that's dirty? Hey, what we do is we talk about what's in the ring. What's in the ring, man. Hey, King Mel, we're gonna start it off like this. I know everybody think they know what we're gonna start off with. But since it's just you and I, and he wasn't gonna contribute to this section anyway. TNA roundup. Let me get a TNA roundup, man.
Shit, man. I'm actually enjoying what's happening in TNA. What I mean by that is we know Mickey James is returning.
Right.
It looks like she's soon about to have a match against Ash. One thing I could say about TNA is I love the TNA report, the
Mm-hmm.
injury report. They treat that shit like ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, duh, yeah, this wrestling ain't working tonight because of this reason, that reason. I love that. But overall, I'm enjoying what they've been putting together. It's not the best right now at AMC, but since they debuted, they have been going up because one, a lot of their roster has come back from injury and
Right.
a visa issue. So it's getting more interesting. I really tune in to see Leon Slater,
Mm-hmm.
but to see the other wrestlers get in there, mix it up, and they got some great female talent. Like some great female talent. So I don't know about you, but I'm loving what's happening in TNA right now.
I like it. I like it. I like Lash by Elegance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking what they're doing over there. My man Mike Santana, about time. He's been in TNA. I'm not gonna say he's an original, but he's been in TNA for a long time. And it's good to see. We didn't get to talk about it last week because it happened this week, but it was good to see a lot of those TNA stars get their faces shown on WWE product with AJ Styles retiring, the phenomenal one. It was pretty dope. You got to see Abyss, Frank Kazarian, and a lot of more names that were there. So TNA is up on the up and up, man. TNA is up on the up and up. Now, when is their next pay per view?
That's why I did forget that one as
Okay.
far as the next pay per view goes. But it looks like it's shaping up to be something interesting. How I feel like their next pay per view is gonna go. Mike Santana is gonna take on the guy that keeps attacking him, the guy that got fired. I want to say Matt. I'm sorry, I forgot his name right now. But on top of that, the knockouts women's division, because you got Santina Morella's daughter,
Yep.
Ariana Grace. She's working around as the champion, and what she did was use her nepotism, as some people say, to become a champion.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Mm-hmm.
Nemeth brothers, they told the Hardy Boys, "Hey, y'all better watch out for the righteous ones,"
Mm-hmm.
and that's true. I feel like they need to watch out for the righteous ones. I don't know if you follow them, but I've been following them since their stuff in AEW. I felt like they should have been the ROH tag team champions
Yeah.
when MJF was the champion. He beat both of them by himself.
It was a rumor that they was gonna be in the Wyatt family.
I mean, they look just like they were supposed to be.
There was a rumor that they would be in the Wyatt family. Well, the Wyatt Six.
Shit, they look just like they supposed to be in there. I would rather them in there because they can talk better than most of the people in there.
Yeah.
I know we're gonna touch base a little bit later on, so I'm gonna leave it alone. That's how I feel about the Y6, at least that match.
Well, I didn't have them on the docket, but we will touch upon them a little bit later. Matter of fact, after we do the AEW roundup, which is next. Um, the land of the factions and death matches. Um, what's going on in AEW?
What isn't going on in AEW? That's we got Wheeler with the bald head now. He don't got cut his hair. Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Electron, Johnny Nitro, Johnny whatever, Johnny CML, CMML, whatever y'all call it. He bald headed too now.
Oh my goodness.
They cut his hair off too. So
Um,
people out there losing hair and bleeding everywhere. That's the land of the AE. I almost said land of the extreme, but no, that's the land of all elite wrestling. But
yeah,
honestly, it's good to see like teams like not just FTR, Young Bucks. We know those are like pretty much AEW's safety net.
yeah.
But the younger teams, like Jet said, getting a chance to thrive. Those are the things that I'm interested in.
Private Party came back.
Yes, they did. They did come back. Rascals, we see what y'all doing out there. I'm just ready. Honestly, the big thing I'm waiting for in AEW is to see Moxley faction turn on him.
Mm,
Cause there's no way you running around as a good person and everybody else still looking like bad guys.
yeah,
So
yeah.
at some point, somebody's gonna have to turn.
They gonna snap on him
Mm-hmm.
from all the torture that he put them through. Um, Death Riders, they've been out now almost 2 years, right?
Yeah, since they started calling themselves Death Riders, yeah. Cause
Well,
Moxley
they
had
were the BBC, right? First, right?
Black Combat, yeah, Black
BCC,
Yup, Combat,
Blackpool Combat Club.
yup.
Yeah, they was that first. So, um, we'll see, man. We'll see. Is there anything else interesting going on in AEW, other than Swerve coming out and beating Kenny Omega recently?
And damn near almost killing him.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not. I'm really waiting for Queen Aminata to make her return.
Okay.
That's what I'm really waiting for. And to the wrestling fans that made Penelope Ford, leave X, please leave that wrestler alone. Things happen in wrestling.
Yeah.
Sometimes mistiming on a certain move happen and somebody get hurt. They know the risk that they taking in the ring. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
We can't be perfect 100% of the time. But y'all pushing the envelope to where we could possibly lose a talent because nobody wanna every time they go into their personal space on social media getting attacked all the time.
Yeah. I
So
feel
we
you.
gotta chill out with that.
We gotta it's an interesting conversation because on one hand you want fans to be fans, but on another hand you don't want fans to be um going at wrestlers. You know what I mean on social media. Now there's a difference between saying they didn't like a match and other things that we've seen, and this qualifies as other things where his harassment and things of that nature. And we don't want to see that. We definitely don't want to see that. Um, so leave the wrestlers alone for real. Leave the wrestlers alone. If you want to go get their autograph, go to a meet and greet, or go to something one of those events, they have different events in the city when they're in the city that has nothing to do with the actual either pay per view, house show, Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Collision. They have different things in there so you can have an opportunity to meet, superstars and everybody. They're all heroes to us. You know what I mean? But just relax because these people are regular people too, and just think about it this way: if you work at Walmart, you ain't stocked the shelf the right way. Do you want people really like you make a mistake? Do you really want people coming at you? Hey, little sucker, you put the toilet paper in the wrong. You put the cotton nail next to So just chill, just chill. All right. Um, we'll move on to SmackDown real quick. We're not gonna talk too much about SmackDown, but we are gonna talk about Uncle Howdy versus Solo Sokoa. Um, correct me if I'm wrong. This is Uncle Howdy's first match.
I believe this is his first match. If not, it's his first singles match.
I'm about to say this is his first match since he was Bo Dallas,
Hmm.
which was a long time ago.
Hmm.
Um, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he was Bo Dallas before Bray even passed away, right?
He always been Bo Dallas.
I mean, I'm saying he wasn't wrestling as Bo Dallas at the time that Bray got. He had just started the Uncle Howdy
They
character.
was yeah. So basically, yeah, you're right. It was because remember they took on Bray took on L.A. Knight that lights out match,
Hmm.
and then that's when we actually seen.
Uncle
I don't know
Howdy,
if it was his full debut as Uncle Howie, but we know in person
right?
that's when he was first shown.
So I'm trying to think, when was the last time we seen Bo Dallas wrestle?
When he used to be with he was part of the eight listers when he was with Curtis Axel, because that's
Man,
how
that's a
long.
long time ago.
That's how long. The last time I can remember him wrestling was when he was the tag team champion with Curtis Axel, the Raw
That's the
tag.
last time I can think I can remember too.
So, and that's nothing against him, but it's been a very long time.
And we see Solo every week. Solo gets better and better and better and better. Um, even when he mocked Uncle Howdy, and he was like, ah, and then whatever that sound that Uncle Howdy makes, um, that's dope. Solo's character growth has gotten better. Um, but I almost want to say this match didn't really matter because if I'm not mistaken, and I watched this match, didn't they still leave with the lantern
Yep.
and the belts?
Yeah, it was no belts on the line, but yeah, they left with the winner. That's a fact. Solo.
So Uncle Howdy wins, but they still leave with the lantern. That means that none the powers that's supposed to summon him in the lantern, they don't work.
See, that's the problem right there. What you said. The match wasn't bad at all to me, but seeing Uncle Howdy wrestle wasn't that believable either.
No.
It wasn't. And this is how I feel like is either you go full dreads or you dye your hair to the straight color. Like we know the dreads is fake. It's connected to the mask. You wrestling with that on takes away from your character. The match was fine, but it's like, bro, you making this character unbelievable. And then y'all treating the lantern like it's the Undertaker urn. That's what y'all treating that lantern like. Because there's been times where Undertaker might have won the match and then the opponent still left with the urn. Like Mankind has done that to him before.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn. But it just make no sense. How can you win the match and nobody in your group come out? Nobody, but they leave with the like. Come on, bro. Y'all supposed to all be celebrating once you won that match. You got the lantern back. Tolatanga said, "Nope."
I agree with you with the mask. He kept fixing it during the match. I don't know if people saw that, but I did. I peeped it. He kept fixing this, whatever, fixing the mask. And then I thought about it. I went back and watched. He's the only one in the Wyatt Six that wear the mask when they wrestle. All the rest of them take the mask off. So it's like, what? Did you forget to take the mask off, or you just whatever? I'm not. I'm with you. I don't. I think that you should take the mask off. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This never-ending feud. See, this is the thing with wrestling fans. We be one long-term feuds, and then we get this. Because this feud been. I feel like this feud been going on since last year WrestleMania. Um, I could. I know I'm over exaggerating, but it's been going on for a long time. So I'm with you, man. I don't like him wearing the mask while he's wrestling. But we're gonna move on to the meat and potatoes of why we here. The 2026 Elimination Chamber. Ooh wee. And it kicked off with the women. All right. Now I got my notes, and I got a lot of notes. I don't think y'all can see them, but they had a great video package. Great video package. Alexa Bliss comes out first. Oscar comes out second. Raquel Rodriguez comes out third. Rhea Ripley comes out fourth. Tiffany Stratton, and Kiana James started off. And I would like to say this. Kiana James, you need to boycott your music. Your music sucks. Absolutely no one made any noise when your music came on because then nobody know who it was. Um, yes, her music showed how important interest music is because nobody said a word when she came out. And for her to be them to be building her to be this next star, you would think that people would have been like happy to see her. She looked good, and I mean, she was very attractive. She looked good, um, but her music sucks. Uh, let's see, Oscar. I felt bad for her because coming out the pod, she got caught. Um, but then she came in the match on fire doing Oscar, uh, Michael Cole, vintage Oscar. Um, Alexa Bliss comes in on fire, and then she had a good interaction with Tiffy, but she almost pinned Tiffy. But Kiana, and I made sure I put this in my note, Kiana with the Ricky move and broke it up. Like, remember where you at? Because why would you break up a pin in the Elimination Chamber? It's called Elimination Chamber. She's young. She'll get it. Um, Tiffany took a lot of punishment throughout the whole match. I put that in here. Then Rhea comes in. She goes crazy. The fans go crazy for her. Alexa Bliss with a great moment, twisted Bliss off the top of the chamber. Um, Kiana James eliminated Alexa Bliss. Raquel eliminated two people, Oscar and Kiana, at the same time. Tiffany eliminates Raquel, and then Rhea wins. Um, before I get to my opinion on who the winner should have been or was the right winner, King Mel, what's your thoughts on the Women's Royal Rumble?
The Elimination Chamber.
Well, whatever, same thing.
Uh,
Kiana thought it was the same thing. She didn't, but she didn't know where she was at.
so if I'm not mistaken, you just said Kiana came out to horrible. Nobody knew who she was, right?
Horrible.
Isn't that crazy? Because she's the one that stopped Charlotte from being in the match. So you would think fans would rejoice for that, right?
Mm-mm.
Because of all the years y'all been saying Charlotte been getting, and then y'all gonna act like y'all forgot she was a part of this match. Is kind of crazy to me. She looked good in the match though,
Yes, she did.
minus the little, as you called out, the part where she broke up the pin.
Mm-hmm.
You just stated she eliminated Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
So we really start going back and seeing who she's been pinning since she come back from injury. I just mentioned Charlotte and I mentioned Alexa Bliss. Those are two certified Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way as a young person building confidence in this company to keep moving forward. Next, Raquel. I really thought you was gonna win the match, but now to me it make more sense if you win Money in the Bank because let's just say you stay in Judgment Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You win Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Now you got Liv keep looking over her shoulder because you didn't forget Liv cost you your last opportunity, and that's why you're not the champion right now.
Right.
So now you got Liv looking over her shoulder the whole time. Then she ends up getting eliminated by Tiffany, who I thought she did a great job
They thought
in the
Tiffany did a
match.
great job too.
I thought she did a great job, but they wanted to go with the popular person, which was Rhea. I'm not upset about that at all. I'm not upset. What I was mainly more upset about is what she was saying in the post the post match for Elimination Chamber. I ended up watching that a little bit, and I get it. Right now, you have to try to sell this match
Yeah.
because Jade can't sell a match that good yet.
Not yet.
You have to be the one pushing this match forward. Right now, Jade is in a position of last year with Tiffany when Tiffany Stratton was the champion
Yep.
going against Charlotte.
Yep.
That's what it is right now.
Yep.
Jade is Tiffany, and then Rhea is Charlotte because she has the history and she has everything. I mean, but and on top of that, I just realized it wouldn't be WrestleMania if Rhea didn't have a title opportunity at WrestleMania. Because every WrestleMania she been in, she competed for a champion.
Even NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's just say, like, it would not be WrestleMania if Rhea did not compete for a title.
But that's when they made it now. Yeah, I agree. I get it. I wasn't mad that Rhea won. I went a little more optimistic about this women's chamber. I didn't know who was gonna win originally. Um I didn't think they was gonna give it to Rhea. I understand from a business perspective why they gave it to Rhea. But stop telling us it's a new chapter, new era, and you just keep giving us the same thing. Like, and I know Jade and Rhea is a different match. We know that, but we also know, like you just alluded to, every single time WrestleMania comes up and it's a women's match, there's a championship match. Rhea's fighting for it, and it's like that's nothing new. Um, I guess she's the best. She's the best person to go against Jade. Maybe not the best person to be in the ring with Jade to help her out. I would have liked to see an Alexa Bliss or Oscar. Me personally, I would thought I wanted Oscar to win because Oscar, you could easily turn babyface against Jade. Out of everybody that's in there for real, because Rhea's a babyface, we already know. Alexa's a babyface, but she's a tweener.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good at playing both and being a heel as well. But I think with Oscar fans still get fans still they still react to Oscar's music. You know what I mean? Like they still love when she comes out. I loved it. I love whenever I get to hear that music. So I mean, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad at all. Let me not say that. Let me say that. It wasn't bad, but it just didn't surprise me, and I think it didn't surprise a lot of us. Well, I guess if you're going by my words, it kind of did surprise me, but it didn't because it's real. You know what I mean? We'll see. I mean, we were supposed to talk about where we're going to Mania, but this match already cements where we're going to in Mania. So there's no need to really keep talking about this until we get more in the meat potatoes of this match and then building this match. I think there was something you said yesterday when we recorded with the WrestleManiacs was, or it might have been you, it might have been someone else, but Rhea and Jay need to show up on every show. Jay needs the reps on top of when she's at home and she's bored or she got some time. Her and Rhea need to be. They got 7 weeks to get this match right.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was sumo.
yeah, that was okay. Sumo. Um, they need to get this match right, and I think in 7 weeks they can. But I also think in 7 weeks, knowing how much the fans love Rhea, knowing how much the people are starting to gravitate towards Jade, this could be a match of the night. A stiller, a match stiller tonight. I'm not saying it is because even on the show yesterday, I'm not too convinced Jade is going to be able to hold her part this early.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if they do get it right, this could be one of them show stopping, show stealing matches. Um, to the next match that wasn't a show stealer, which I think we both know who was going to win this match. Um, AJ Lee beat Becky Lynch. She tapped out Becky Lynch. Becky tried to cheat. She tried to take the ring apron thing off.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to bring in a chair. Um, it's hard to say, but Becky's stale. Although I like this gimmick, it's just stale. It's hard to explain. I know people out there like, "How she's stale?" I mean, how many times we gonna hear her say, and I didn't say it. It's not just me that says it. Sports Illustrated says it. Like, okay, we get it, Becky. It Becky was such a great babyface that her playing the annoying heel is kind of like, because she's not playing the Rufus heel, which would be dope if we got to see that. That's what they're trying to do with Natty. We're
Mm-hmm.
seeing the, oh, please don't hit me, or the annoying heel. King Man, what do you think about this match?
It's easily forgettable.
Yes,
It is easily forgettable. That has nothing to do with the two women, but it's really no interest in here. Honestly, if we gonna be honest right now, if Becky Lynch wasn't holding that championship, it would not be on the match of the card. It would not be on the card at all.
we will forget that who had the belt.
Like, and I'm a huge AJ Lee fan. I've been a very since I first seen her when she came to the main roster. So I'm a huge fan of hers. But it was like I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't that impressed. Like I seen your matches before, and here's the thing. I feel like for me, is because I hold when wrestlers have a singles match after a long period of time and years, I hold them like Shawn Michaels is obviously number one, and then it's like, all right, where y'all gonna go in between?
But
Because we,
Sean ain't have 10 years off though.
you right, you right though. But at the same time, like the way that because you were able to see Shawn Michaels' whole career.
Yes.
For me, when I seen Shawn Michaels, it was word of mouth,
Okay.
or I had to watch VHS. I didn't really get a chance to really experience. So when I had the chance to finally experience and see why people
Gravitated to it.
celebrated and loved the man about the wrestling ability, it was like, damn, all right, I could see why.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Right there in this match for AJ Lee, it just was like, yeah, she's another great wrestler. That's what it felt like to me. Yeah, she's just another great wrestler. It wasn't one of them moments where I could feel like it stands out to me for AJ Lee career. Hopefully, whoever she gets an opportunity to face with at WrestleMania, maybe she can have a standout moment at the WrestleMania.
I think with AJ, she was a Hall of Famer before she even came back. Um, and I think that maybe she's helping build her resume at this point. Um, I would like to see her wrestle some newer acts. The Becky thing is cool. Yeah, I knowing WWE as we know WWE, we're
Mm-hmm.
probably going to get Becky AJ 3, which is probably going to be at WrestleMania. After seeing this match, I don't know how much better those two can do together. I know what Becky can do without AJ, and I know what AJ can do without Becky. I don't think they can get any better than what they did at what you call it. Because another thing that WWE barely does, and if they do it, women barely bleed. So for them, how much can you tell this story with them just doing basic wrestling moves? It got to be some weapons, some furniture in there. It got to be a big payoff for them. Um, I said yesterday on the show, I would like to see her versus Chelsea Green, AJ.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody said they're not on the same show, and I was like, all right, y'all using the wrong logic. Like this is WWE; they make up stuff on the spot.
They
Um,
do.
both both Raw superstar Raw, both belts are being challenged by Raw superstars. You know, not both. I'm sorry, I take that back. The women's belts, both of the women's belts, are being challenged by Raw stars. Raquel, and then you got Liv challenging Stephanie. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so they can make up whatever rule they want.
That's
They
true.
they do it all the time. So I would also like to see her against Raquel. Maybe AJ, the David Goliath thing will work.
See,
And maybe
for me, it's just like they didn't need the title at all for this feud.
no, they didn't.
They did not need the title. Like after she lost the belt to Maxine Dupree, they should have just left the belt on Maxine. They should have just left the belt on Maxine, and this would have helped Maxine and Natty.
I think the reasoning for taking the belt off of Maxine Dupree is because they knew that when these events, like for example, we knew Elimination Chamber was in Chicago. There's no way Maxine Dupree is getting on this card.
I
So I
get
get
what.
what you're saying. I'm with you. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think they needed it either. But I think that if Maxine would have had it, this belt would have just been sitting off of TV.
Sometimes it's better like that because AJ, yes, she gets the feel good moment. She's living there in Chicago for a few years with her husband, CM Punk. And then she, once again, after all these years, won the title in Chicago, as she pointed out.
Yep.
because I want to say the first time she stated she won the Divas champion was in Chicago,
Yep.
and Big E was her manager, as she stated. Well, Big E stated, but all them years later, now you won it again. Almost, let's just say, roughly between 10 to 15 years, somewhere in between there.
Right.
Then you finally won another championship again, which is the Women's Intercontinental Champion. I get it. Y'all trying to give these legends the title so it could mean more,
Right.
but the title just feels like a participation trophy right now.
Like black.
Yeah, it's like y'all got to put more interesting stories. Y'all thought y'all had it with the Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, but it's like it's not hitting to me. At least from my point of view, it's not hitting for me right now.
I think also because Seth and CM Punk is not involved. Because that's how initially we got to this point in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because as much as sometimes the best stuff from wrestling that doesn't make sense,
Mm-hmm.
it's good stuff. It doesn't make sense that a wife and her husband was beefing with another wife and a husband, and then the wives are still beefing, but the husbands aren't. But did they go get cool? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they be tripping, bro. I know, bro. They be tripping. Like, you know what I mean? So it kind of, I get what you're saying. Weird story. We're gonna move on because I almost took this off the docket. CM Punk versus Finn Balor. And I almost took it off the docket for one reason only. Because everybody in the world knew who was gonna win. Save me, this was a good match, because it was. Don't get it twisted. It was. Save me, Finn looked good in this match. Save me that. Save that. I don't want to hear it. Save me that CM Punk was bleeding. I don't want to hear that. Save me that it was even in Chicago. CM Punk should have had a press box next to Jade. You could have just the note of him being. But then again, I get it. United Center, he got to be there to sell tickets. I get it. And might I add, that intro,
Mm-hmm.
that intro was dope. Um, Ironically, though, I think, and later on we could talk about his gear as well. But I think that CM Punk had the Blackhawks gear on because LA Knight went with the Bulls because he came out with the Bulls theme as far as the music, but he came out with the Chicago Blackhawks out uniform on, kind of sort of. So floor is yours, Mel. I mean, I know you don't really want to talk too much about this either. This didn't make any sense. Um, all this to get to Roman the tweet.
Yeah. Um. Next.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't nothing to talk. I mean, they it sucks because they put them in this position
You right. You right. See, it would have been different if like Roman would have came out to
after. Yep.
on Monday, later on the night and said what he said previously. But they gotta sell tickets. That's a
Or Roman could have came out after the match
mm-hmm.
and faced off with CM Punk. I mean, at this point of the show, we had babyface Rhea win, babyface AJ win, babyface Punk win, and when we get to the men's elimination chamber, that's another babyface that won. So it would have been nice to see some heel pushback in this, um, because we didn't get any. We didn't get any really heat. Really, Roman coming out. If they would have saved it for Roman coming out now, like to after the match, and saying, "I pick you, CM Punk," the crowd would have went crazy. Um, and they could have milked some time from this segment that I'm about to talk about real quick. I see your face. You already know. The worst ever debut in the history of WWE, besides the Goblin Gooker, my main man Dan House. Why you do my man like that? Now, before I even get on to Dan House, the WrestleManiac's talking about he gonna be in the main event picture. All right, you smoking drugs, okay? Bad ones, hard drugs. Danhausen gets near the main event, not happening. I think Mel, you can agree.
Nah, I don't need to see him in no WrestleMania main event. That man better go focus somewhere
He
else.
don't even need to wrestle for real.
He really don't. He has the ability to collect checks,
Uh huh.
stay in character,
Yep.
and don't hurt a muscle.
He came out there looking like an eighth grade boy
I just,
with seven other women, which we know when it comes to WWE, this is a one time thing. We never gonna see the women again. Maybe WrestleMania we might see him if he's so lucky to get a match. They don't do pre-show matches no more. So watch they mess around and let Danhausen win the Andre's Battle Royal.
he gonna curse somebody.
Um, Shouts out to Danhausen though. I'm gonna give him his props. You know why? Because he getting that bag.
He should.
He getting that chicken. Because he about to move the merch of the merch. Ooh wee. Let's
Just
get to
won't be
this
in
men's.
Chicago.
What?
It just won't be in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, they booed him because I said it on the show as well. I believe this was my thought. I thought personally that when the lights went off and you saw a little blue behind it, that was signaling Jericho.
Hmm.
I thought they was going to use the box to set up Jericho, not Jericho actually come out the box. Whoever came out the box was about to get punished by Jericho, or on the mic get punished by Jericho. That's what I thought. But Tony Khan said, no, 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 no. And Tony's father said, hey, Tony, make sure you keep the contract right. You lost the Punk CMs because the contract wasn't right. You lost the Danhausen. Now we do not want you to lose to Chris Jericho. Put more time on it. So if we see Jericho, I'm I called it with Punk.
Hmm.
If we don't see Jericho back in an AEW ring by SummerSlam, he'll be back probably Survivor Series around that time period. If he's not already in the WWE before that, um, we don't know. But moving on to the Elimination Chamber, Trick Williams is over.
So
Can't,
is Javon Williams.
but the crowd went super nuts for Trick. But LA Knight comes out, he gets a nice little pop. Logan Paul comes out, he gets a nice little pop. Randy Orton comes out, he gets a nice little pop. Javon Evans came out first. He's over. Um, hmm, Kevin Nash. Um, I hate to be the guy, but I'm gonna be it today. They'd have to have my man climb up the cage, outside the cage, then come in the cage and climb inside of the cage. He'd have to do all that. All right. I Kevin Nash was watching. Say, I see. I told y'all. Look at him. That's exactly what Kevin Nash was saying. I'm gonna watch Kevin Nash podcast this week just to see if he says anything about Javon Evans. Because when I saw that, the first thing I said to myself was, "Yeah, Kevin Nash is like I told y'all. The guy I'm looking too goofy. He climbed up the cage. I don't know if you saw him, but he couldn't almost get down. He almost slipped. Then he get in the ring. His music still playing. Climbs up the cage again. And it was like, all right, bro. Like I get you're acrobatic and all this stuff, but come on, bro. Um, Cody and Coach, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's how he took it. I was thinking about what Kevin Nash was saying. He's just happy to be there.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like you, I don't want to say the word that Kevin Nash
I
said.
ain't trying to say the word either.
Yeah, me neither. But if you read between the lines of what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, Cody and Javon start off. Cody starts punishing Javon. Trick enters the match. Um, Trick blocks the Javon's finisher, which was a dope spot in the match. Trick looked good early in the match, man. Logan comes in and he gets jumped by Cody, Javon, and Trick. They were whooping that Trick. They was whooping him. And LA Knight comes in, goes right at Logan Paul, and man, Logan Paul got whooped. Then he gives Javon Evans the BFT on the top of the pod. Then Randy Orton comes in old and hot. Um, Logan drops Javon Evans. Did you see that when Logan dropped Javon Evans on his head?
Mm-hmm.
Then he eliminates him. And at that moment, that's who I was rooting for. Once that happened, I said, "Oh yeah, Logan Paul, let's go, Logan Paul." But then we had the LA Knight botching the night. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he tried to jump off the ropes. Logan Paul eliminates LA Knight. Then he eliminates Trick Williams. Then another masked man came. Now, if you have been a fan of WWE, you know that it wasn't over. You know that masked man since nobody knows who this dude is. He's gonna be a future WrestleMania Hall of Famer in 2050, 2050. Right now, nobody knows who these people are. But another masked man came, and this masked man, after the other masked man was unveiled, came, and everybody in the crowd knew who it was. He curb stops Logan Paul, eliminates him, takes the mask off. Oh my God, it's Seth Rollins. Who didn't know that? Whatever. Drew McIntyre
Mm-hmm.
comes in, starts beating up Cody, but then he gets RKO'd. Boom. And then Randy RKO's Cody. He wins. Um, Same damn finish from last year, pretty much. If you really break it down, it's pretty much the same thing almost from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me ask you: was Randy Orton the right person to win this match? And what was your thoughts on this match?
He was the right person to win. Now that I'm looking at it, you know why? The expectation was he was gonna lose. The expectation, we all thought Cody Rhodes was gonna win because we know we want to see Drew versus Cody versus Jacob, hopefully
Mm-hmm.
at Mania. So Randy Orton winning was dope to see. And on top of that, if we go back to SmackDown, when he gave Javon that RKO, he spared Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Now we see why he spared Cody because he's when I put you down with that RKO, you gonna stay down, and I'm gonna win the match. So it was cool to see. That was my take on it with Randy Orton. It was another cool thing to see is see Sami Zayn. It's all right. It's all right if Drew interfere in your match and you still so happen to win. Y'all could be cool later. Y'all could be cool later. You see what Randy Orton did? He was like, "Hey, yeah, RKO Drew, huh, Cody? Go ahead, you hit your finisher,
Yeah.
Crossroads.
Mhm.
Okay, Cody got up. Yeah, you get this RKO too."
Right. Right.
So that was the way Randy Orton won was vintage Michael Cole, vintage Randy Orton fashion.
Yeah.
And that's something that we needed.
Yeah.
Like, and I wasn't paying attention to it, but WWE has been eluding, but I've been blocking it out because of his track record since coming back from that injury the same night when Punk debuted.
Yeah.
He really hasn't been winning these PLEs or has not been featured on these PLEs.
That's true. That is very true.
The last one that he actually won was last year's WrestleMania when he went against Joe Hendry. And after that, it's been straight back to losing. So for him to win this match and then go and have an opportunity to go compete for the champion again, it felt a little bit different than what John Cena did last year.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Because John Cena, I get what well, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. He took, but I think with the similar, the reason why I said it was similar
I
because
know you're
they
talking
both
about the Logan Paul and
no, the reason why I say it was similar to last year
hmm
because they both took the opportunities that were provided to them by other people that weren't in the match. So, for
okay.
example, Seth was out of the match. He curb stomped CM Punk. He taps. Well, CM Punk didn't even tap. He passes out. This year, Drew's not in the match. He interferes.
hmm
Randy takes advantage of it. That's what I meant by similar. But it was executed differently. You're right. It was definitely executed differently.
But see how I felt it was similar was Logan Paul cost somebody a match in Elimination Chamber before. He costed Seth Rollins a match.
Yes.
So he costed somebody else an Elimination Chamber a match. So now Seth Rollins cost him the match.
So that's probably what we're getting at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So in my head, I'm
Did they
like,
fight everybody already?
yes, they did. I want to say they fought at, was it 30? Was it when they was in Hollywood?
Was it
Probably.
2 years ago?
It was either
No,
2 years.
Hollywood was. Yeah,
No,
you might be right.
he I want to say he fought him in that match.
You might be right.
And then we got to talk about all of this happened within 5 minutes of each other.
Right.
It was like the masked man. Oh, yeah, crowd go wild. Oh, Drew come out. Oh, he tried to cross Cody, Randy Orton, and Cody joined forces. Oh, snap, legacy. Wow, Randy Orton hit the RKO. Oh my God, finally Randy Orton going back to WrestleMania, possibly the main event.
Not happening.
But that's what it. If I was a fan there, I would have been excited because Randy Orton, who Randy Orton means to WWE, what he means to the WWE, and to most of those people that's in attendance, this guy's been their childhood.
Here's why I'm kind of upset with him winning.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean nothing. We get Drew versus Cody this week on
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown. I anticipate Cody winning with Jacob helping Cody. Not necessarily helping him, but
Mm-hmm.
interfering in the match. I see Drew complaining and bitching, and I see them making it a four-way. I do not see Randy Orton getting a solo match at WrestleMania. And if he does, it won't be against Drew. I just don't see it. I don't see. I don't see. I just don't. It's hard to see that. And then because then or Jacob could cost Cody the match on Friday, and then that's what we get Cody versus Jacob at WrestleMania, and then Drew versus Randy Orton. But I just got a feeling it's gonna be the four way. Um, we'll see though. We'll see. Hey man, we at the end of the show, and Mel, just want to say to you, man, we coming up on WrestleMania season. We got a lot of work to put in, man, for WrestleMania season. We want to be touching on everything on WrestleMania season. We want to thank the WrestleManiacs for having us this past weekend. King Mel, tell them where they can find you, man.
King Mel 13 on IG, King Mel Stack on TikTok, Jemell Scroggins on Facebook.
Hey, I would say J Will's socials, but I don't know them. Pharaoh something, I don't know. I don't know what his names are. This man got more PTO than anybody in the history of 613. Um, you know what? When we become a publicly traded company. Matter of fact, we gotta stay private so I can keep the rules the rules. No more PTO. Um, yeah, but you can find me, Coach Drip underscore Mike T on Twitter, X, TikTok, Michael Turner on Facebook, In the Four Corners of Wrestling group on Facebook. It's a great group. All we do is share wrestling information, wrestling clips, and things of that nature. It's one of the most positive groups out there. You ain't got to worry about people coming in there being racist or anything of that nature, or people coming in there saying wild opinions, or just downing other people's opinions. Because, like I said earlier in the show, there's a right way, there's a wrong way, but really, when it comes to wrestling, there isn't. People like what they like. You know what I'm saying? Some people like Do Love, some people like Mankind. Who knows? Also, each and every Monday we hear um, King Mel's Top 5 Wrestling Moments of the Week each and every Friday. You can catch shorts by us throughout the week, all week long. D Man K Sports Podcast is coming back soon. You'll see me and Mel on that show, along with Jay Jones. Um, we may get some other people. We may audition some people. We don't know. Or might just keep it in the family. Simpler that way sometimes. Um, and what else am I missing? I'm not missing anything else. If you're new to this, stay true to this. Thank you for viewing this. Hey man, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. You already know what time it is. Foes up, quads down. We the end all be all of all of this. You know what time it is. Yo.